This is the JJO Morning Show podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe.
Spending too much time on the toilet could be bad for your health. I want to thank Mike for sending me this article. Experts say you should spend no more than blank minutes on the John. How long should you,
there we go.
as your max time on the toilet?
I was down there a long time this morning. It's the only time I have stress-free alone me time.
That's a lie.
How long? What was the question again?
Okay, so experts say you should spend no more than blank
minutes on the toilet.
minutes on the John.
Well, I was down there for at least 5. I don't know. I'm sure it's pinching something off, and they don't like that. 20 minutes.
10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Yeah, well, prolonged sitting on the toilet has been connected to an increased risk of hemorrhoids, which I feel like everybody knew, and weakened pelvic muscles. That's because the open toilet seat compresses the buttocks.
Yes.
The increased pressure affects blood circulation and forces your body to work harder to pump blood back up to your heart.
Isn't this what they say when you take a long flight to Italy or something? You're supposed to get up and walk around.
Yeah. As a result, blood vessels can become enlarged and engorged.
Okay, so tomorrow morning when I'm in here, and I'm at like minute number 9, I'm going to get up off the toilet with my pants around my ankles and just take a couple
do
of
a
lap in the bathroom.
The pressure from sitting too long also strains the pelvic floor muscles and increases your risk for a rectal prolapse.
I have a question. No, I have a solution.
Go on now. No.
What if I just poop standing up?
Okay. What if? What? I love it when you laugh, you can hear your chair moving.
My chair shaking. Okay, I'm gonna perfect the art of standing up and pooping. Okay, so that
Awesome.
there's one less thing I got to worry about when I go poop.
Good.
Blood clots.
Good. Now, I know about the time limit on the toilet and all that. Very, very mindful of that because what happens is when you're looking for good memes or you're making a good meme.
Yeah.
You know, you'll be like, I should get off the toilet, blah, 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 and then whatever. Your legs will be numb, and you're like, oh, no,
you're sitting there
too long.
Fretting on the toilet whether I should buy more Doge or, Shiba Inu, or whatever it's called. Yeah, I know, big decisions. Where do I spend my $25 in crypto?
Yeah, I just bought some crypto.
Oh, yeah.
I bought the one I can't pronounce. Ethereum.
Yeah. That's sitting pretty high right now.
Mm-hmm. I bought a small nugget.
$20?
Yep. I just threw 20 at it.
That's nice.
Because I was like, and then I'll just keep throwing, whatever.
Yeah. You got to treat it like a little mutual fund. Just like your little play money.
I'm just having fun.
Listen, one less stop for cocktails buys you a little crypto.
Well, that's not my issue. Dude, CrowdStrike, by the way, has been going up and up and up. I'm glad I should have waited to buy. I bought too soon on their decline. I should have waited for them to bottom out more. But it's paying off for me right now.
I had a buddy of mine that had Doge, and he had like at 2 cents. He'd been buying for like a year. I've been buying it for 4 years.
Yeah.
He had about 250,000 shares, if you want to call it, of Doge.
Yeah.
It averaged down around 2 cents, and it just ran to what was it, 43 cents? But he sold it at 6 cents because he had profit.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people did that with Doge. And now it's going insane. But if you could have just held on there, you would have been sitting pretty good right now.
Oh yeah, there's the Shiba. I didn't know about that one. Maybe I'll buy a little bit of that.
Doge is the one we've been buying for 4 years and never stopped. Yeah. It's pretty fun right now. Just a little bit, but that's how you do it.
Right.
That's how you do it. It's just fun. It's just fun money. It's like buying a Powerball ticket. It's just fun.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not throwing $1,000 at stuff.
Right. You don't want to do that. Well, good for you, dude. That's exciting.
Is it? But that's also what happens on the toilet. And you're reading about stocks.
Yes.
Whatever. Yeah.
Checking out a little website called theyarehuge.com. I will let you do the math on that one. Do your own research. I can't describe how big those boobs are. You're going to have to go there for yourself.
Oh.
Theyarehuge.com. Good luck, everybody. And try to keep the noise down in the toilet.
I don't think you're supposed to look at porn here at work.
Keep the noise down in the toilet because I'm going to know it's you. So you be careful back there.
Are you supposed to be browsing boob pages while you're at work?
They didn't tell me I couldn't.
Well, they didn't tell me neither. I'm asking.
God, next thing you're going to tell me you can eat on the toilet at Quick Trip.
That was the worst day of my life.
Are you eating nachos?
I did. My brain couldn't even process what she was doing quick enough because it was so out of the ordinary. It was like my brain was having a tough time putting the two things together. So I was just like kind of stunned.
Yeah.
And
I'm sure.
Yeah.
You're like, it doesn't correlate.
Right.
The sound of crunching on a toilet doesn't. Well, unless you're taking one hellacious schnitter. I mean, you know.
Need me to call an ambulance.
At that point, we're going to call 911 and a dietitian and figure out what's happening.
And it was her talking about how clean she knew the counter was.
Well, that right there.
While I was still in the stall.
That should be in a commercial. I should be doing it.
So much.
I should be interviewing her for a radio ad lib.
Well, and then when I drove away, for those of you who aren't in the know, I had an incident in the Quick Trip bathroom, one of many that have happened, by the way, but where a lady brought in wings from the hot spot and she ate them in the stall in a stranger's poo cloud. It was so much to digest. And did she pay for them or did she grab them from the hot spot?
Interesting. I would not be surprised if that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
multitasking, dude. I just don't want that smell when I'm eating. That's the only thing. I don't want to smell somebody's yesterday's meatloaf while I'm
Thank you.
pooing.
Man, meatloaf sounds good.
I know. They were giving free samples away yesterday, and I went back twice. I did. Does anybody go to Quick Trip and go back to the samples twice? I did it. I did it yesterday in Middleton. Oh, I'm so ashamed of myself.
Don't be ashamed. You're fine.
Yeah, the meatloaf is bomb, man.
Okay.
So, and then I don't
know how long that broad sat in the toilet eating her wings for.
10 minutes. Does that count wiping? Because that takes me about 4 minutes to get that fixed up, too.
4 minutes?
Oh, yeah. It's a process. I got to lay
it's a lot of paperwork.
I got to lay the paperwork out. I'm very meticulous.
Okay.
A little ADD,
I think the wiping
PhD,
because you're not just sitting there. You're actively like moving.
Do you bunch it up or do you keep it flat?
I do like a roll system.
Really?
Yeah. Because the bunch, you need like I have a wiping technique.
You have to wipe.
It's a cup and wipe.
You guys have to wipe front to back.
Yeah,
right?
What are you doing down there? Are you just all willy-nilly? You're side to side, you're back to front, you're front to back?
This is where they say the bidet comes into play.
The bidet is amazing.
Yeah.
Kevin Bozeman was on here talking about his bidet.
Yeah. Oh, he's got one?
Yeah.
I mean, I've tried it. I'm not going to say it's the worst thing in the world. I mean, it is a little luxurious, I think is the only word I can find.
We need to just make it more commonplace.
Agreed, and I think that's part of the cleanliness angle on a bidet that they sell.
Mm-hmm.
The cleanliness of it. I'm not I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it, having it at home, but the one here at work quit working. We had it, and then they quit. I know somebody was abusing it, or I don't know, was drinking out of the toilet. I don't know what they were doing.
I'm not sure how you break a bidet either, but we did it.
We did it. All of them are broke.
Yeah.
All of them are broke. I don't know. Maybe Trevor disconnected them because people were spending too much time in there, having fun with them.
I don't know, but I think I'm gonna get my own bidet. Kevin Bozeman said it's not that hard to install.
It tickles. They feel good. They've got now you've got lighted ones. You can heat everything up. They heat the water. It's fantastic. I guess it's gotten really good.
Man, and pamper yourself.
So if you've got dodgy bowels, or you're on some medication,
I think it's good for everybody, and it's also good for. And I mean, whatever. We've all been there. You know, when you're having like sexy time, right? And then like you have to take a number 2 during like your whole sexy time weekend.
Yeah.
And then like, but maybe like you're not going to take a shower. Like a bidet is where it's at. And that's why Sybaris has bidets.
Yep.
So you're not.
Part of my thing at home is I have magazines next to the toilet in my magazine rack. I am my father, by the way. I have my rodent tracks and such and all my things. And that's where I get a lot of magazines. I'll get stuck on an article, and it's like I'm not getting off this toilet till I finish this article on this, new Ferrari.
Right, and that's how you get hemorrhoids.
That's how you get hemorrhoids. But you kind of forget you're on the toilet. You're just sitting there.
Yeah.
It's weird how time flies.
I used to work at Quick Trip. Found food wrappers in the bathroom trash a lot.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you gremlins out there?
Don't take your phone into the bathroom.
David says bidets are very easy to install, and he can't poo without one.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm sure it takes a lot of the paperwork and the missing things and the smearing and the build up and the uncomfortable cheek chafing and oh my God, it's so complicated.
Oh no.
It's just give me a hose and give me a couple of minutes. I'll be out. Just hang on. Stop beating on the door. I'll be out in a minute.
Santa's bringing me a bidet for Christmas.
I love it.
Dumbing down your smartphone. One podcast at a time. Listen, rate, and subscribe to the JJO Morning Show podcast.
Workman's relief for whatever the job throws at you, like THC products derived from legal hemp to help you relax after a long day or just chill over the weekend. No need to drive out of state to get your THC products. Order yours at workmansrelief.com.
Get up with Johnny and D. JJO.
So the come and go rebranding is happening. They sold out to Maverick, that rival chain, right, in 2023. So they are right now in the process of rebranding the come and go stores.
Bullshit.
Into Maverick, yeah. Well, we're committed to this vision. We are taking a thoughtful market-by-market approach to ensure the best customer experience before confirming each state's rebrand.
Hate it.
That's what a Maverick spokesperson said in a statement to CNN. I don't think I've ever been to a Maverick.
You go to hell, Maverick.
Well, maybe are they in Indiana? Maybe I did see one in Indiana. I think so.
I'm trying to think. I've been to Mavericks. Yeah, that sounds right-ish. Somewhere down there.
Yeah, I feel like
not here. We don't get White Castles and Mavericks.
Yeah,
we in the wrong geographical oddity, middle of nowhere.
I just watched that movie
for 2 weeks. Greatest movie ever.
It's so good. Anyway, so Come and Go was founded in Iowa in 1959 by Bill Krause.
I'm a dapper damn man.
Stop yelling at me. And his father-in-law, T.S. Gentle.
Yes. Yeah, say that again. So here's where the name came from.
Yeah, Come and Go was founded in Iowa in 1959 by Bill Krause and his father, T.S. Gentle, as Hampton Oil Co., and eventually expanded across the Midwest, changing its name to Come and Go in 1975. In a 1993 interview with the Des Moines Register, Krause said that the K stood for his name and the G stood for Gentle, choosing the Come and Go brand because they had the fewest numbers of letters, so the signs would be cheaper.
I assume it would have been worse if it would have been a C instead of a K.
Right.
But then again, you could have went COME, but they didn't, so they compromised.
Yeah, they wanted the fewest letters, so the sign would be cheap.
Why can't us people here in the great Midwest just have why can't I hate when things change?
Oh, no.
And we can't have a good chuckle at a splooge joke. God.
What happened?
You just cancel Christmas.
You're right. The inferred sexual innuendo became a part of its reputation. I can bristle and be offended, or I can look at the fact that 100,000 people a day come through the doors of Come and Go, Krause said, who died in 2013. So he went. Despite being a regional chain, the brand has often found itself in the national spotlight. A line of branded merchandise bearing the name exploded in popularity when Johnny Knoxville wore a Come and Go T-shirt in the sequel to the Jackass movie. 400 locations spread through 13 states in the U.S. Midwest.
I think they're trying to take advantage of the media presence of the new Top Gun movie. That's the only thing I can put two and two together. Because Come and Go, I mean, come on, dude. People drive for miles to get a Come and Go shirt or a keychain.
Well, Come and Go would like to thank you for your support.
Hi, this is Joe from the Come and Go. You may have read that soon the Come and Go will have come and went. Our 400 convenience stores in 13 states have been swallowed up by another company.
Good.
For 65 years, the Come and Go has been right there on the corner, working hard to satisfy our customers. Whether you were thirsty, needed to fill her up, or get a mouthful of something salty, we always aim to please so you are not left with a bad taste in your mouth. We like to say you never forget your first Come and Go. And over the years, you've come inside us so many times, we'll never forget you.
That's with a K, FCC. Not that there's anybody working there, but
all the fun sucked right out of the room. Thanks, Maverick. They were coming up with names for. I remember they were doing alternate names if they thought Come and Go was too bad. But then the alternate names got worse, like a Jack and a Vac. You know, all those stupid things they were thinking of.
Right.
Yeah, dumb names. Some I can't even say on the air, and I won't. But
well,
the double entendre is strong in this one. But yeah, there's nothing emotionally to connect me to something called Maverick. I mean, I don't even want to go there. I want to protest Maverick because they changed the name, so I'll drive to a BP or something.
Lest we forget the firm worm.
Oh, the firm worm in Arena. Is that still there?
No, now it's the crappy shop.
Yep. Again.
Which is cute. It's still cute. But the firm worm.
It's 1% less cuter.
Yeah, but I'll take it. Still mad I didn't buy that goddamn firm worm shirt.
Munch and Pump. Can you get a Come and Go shirt? Can you still get one?
I'm sure you can.
We should grab some before they completely shut that down. Those are going to be worth money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shop
Krause.
Come and Go merch.
We should protest. We should go and drop our pants in front of a Come and Go and furiously protest.
That was going somewhere else. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. It's a pretty fresh merch.
I remember the Maverick. Where the hell was I? Had a Maverick.
You can get a shirt for $9.
Oh man, grab a couple. I'll pay you. I remember. Grab a couple. I'll pay for both of them.
Well, let's look at the style. You just settle down over there.
I'll make my own at home with a Sharpie. Save $10.
Yes.
I don't remember what I was going to say. I was in a Maverick. I remember them being. I think I was in Florida. In Orlando, whatever. In there, Mavericks down there.
So and it's like Maverick versus Wawa.
Yeah. Oh. Or was it Wawa? God, good call.
Yeah, Wawa is the big one.
Wawa had a huge amount of food. Huge amount of food. They've turned into like hybrid kitchens.
Yeah.
Which I guess is what the, what's the thing with the groundhog?
Buc-ee's.
Yeah, Buc-ee's.
Yeah, which is stalled right now.
Yeah.
And DeForest.
Well, yeah, they're trying to, yeah.
Don't
give it to them.
Right.
They can pay for that crap. It's going to be hell trying to get through there.
Right. They want DeForest to pay for the ramp adjustment, right? Is that what it was?
Yeah, I think they have to physically move the off-ramp.
Right.
Yeah, to accommodate them. They probably have to widen it for the flow of traffic. Right?
Yeah. So I don't know where that's at right now. I can't find an updated article. Okay, dokie.
Hello.
Hey, Johnny, you guys were talking about the come and go a minute ago?
Yeah.
And then D, you said something about the firm worm. Does that go right up there with the Dick's Insider card?
Oh, that was a classic.
Yeah,
that was a Dodgeville situation too, wasn't it? The Dick's Insider. I used to have somebody sent me a bunch of their little cards. They were the coupon. You put them on your keychain.
Yeah.
I still have some at home.
Do you really?
Yeah, they're
legendary,
dude.
Yeah,
legendary. The Dick's Insider.
Around, Johnny, do you know?
What's that?
Dick's Supermarket?
Dick's
Supermarket still around?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I think they're gone. There's another one that probably got run out of town. The Amish the Amish probably didn't understand what was happening.
There's a Dick's Fresh Market in Menominee and in New Richmond, but that's not the same.
Which one do you would if you had a Mount Rushmore of really dirty sounding gas station names? Who would you put on the Mount Rushmore? You got to put Come and Go.
Come and Go.
You got to, you got to do Dick's Insider.
Yep.
Was there another one? Which one am I forgetting?
Good question.
No, there's another one that's dirty, and I'm forgetting it.
I know. I'm trying to look.
God dang it! All right, man. Thanks, buddy.
All right, sir.
Last is handy dandy.
What is it?
Last is handy dandy.
Replay today the JJO Morning Show podcast.
Workman's relief for whatever the job throws at you, like THC products derived from legal hemp to help you relax after a long day or just chill over the weekend. No need to drive out of state to get your THC products. Order yours at workmansrelief.com.
Get up with Johnny and D. JJO.
Now, a man, a radio legend, if you will.
Say my name!
He has irritated you for over 30-some years.
Yes.
60 years, really.
Thank you. Wait, what?
Oh, no.
So, slow down.
His shoes are broken, his feet are flat, and his shirt is unbuttoned.
60 years, is that metric years? I don't get it.
The one, the only, John Dinger.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Please, too much. You're too kind. So I wrote a song. I haven't written a new song set to the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald in a while. And seeing how the anniversary was Sunday and we were away, I do this not to mock. I do this to, of course, honor and cherish the memories of the lost crewmen of the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, and to keep the memory alive. So this one's set to the wreck of the Liney. The wreck of the Liney Old Brew House. This is in honor and also remembrance of the people that got fired up at the Liney Lodge up in Chippewa.
Yeah, no kidding.
Chippewa Falls.
Well, the lodge is staying open.
The lodge is open for sure, dude. And their pilot brew house is open and all that. But 56 good people lost their jobs on the bottling line, and they moved it all to Milwaukee. So that was kind of a shame. Those were good jobs. So anyways, here's my song, my salute to the Liney bottling crew. I practiced this one time, so...
you got this, dude.
We'll all suffer together. How's that? I got to remember where this starts. Singing is hard, man. You don't know.
You're good. You're good.
The legend lives on from Chippewa Falls on down of a brewery they call Liney Kugels.
That's good.
For 150 years, they just cranked out the beer. If you don't believe me, you can check it on Google. It's hard to rhyme, Liney. With a load of summer shandy that weighed 26,000 pounds, then the Liney delivery truck weighed empty. But the good brewery and crew was a bone to be chewed by some corporate dick behind a desk in Milwaukee.
Oh, unnamed corporate dick.
Oh, shh. The brewery was the pride of the American side, laying down roots since 1867. As big breweries go, it was bigger than most. with a crew and brewmaster well seasoned. Oh, crap.
Oh, no.
Hang on, I missed my thing there. This is where. Well seasoned. They renegotiated their contract with their giant beer firm. They got a 3-year deal and broke through the ceiling. But late one night, the third shift got cut. Could it be the corporate greed they'd been feeling?
Oh, man, you and Gordy.
Dude, things are getting heated here. Things are getting interesting. The beer bottles on the line made a tattletale sound as a 12-pack broke over a railing.
Oh, no.
And every man knew, and John London and Kugel did too. 'Twas the FU of November come stealing. Oh. When second shift ended, the old brewer came on the floor saying, fellas, they're too cheap to pay ya. Well, that pissed them off. They took their severance and walked to a casino and got drunk. Duh. I didn't know how to rhyme you up.
Right.
Hey, you try this. This is really hard. These are hard.
I think you're killing it, man.
These are hard. These are hard words to rhyme.
Yeah.
There's only so many line and Kugel words you can rhyme.
Hey, bro.
Okay, now I got to go to the sad part,
Okay,
and then we're going to wrap it up.
Okay. Okay.
Here we go. In a musty old warehouse in Chippewa Falls, they pray. They call it a hop and barley cathedral. The church bell rang till it rang 56 times for those dudes who got screwed at Len and Kugel's.
And farther below lay Ontario.
Wrapping it up. Final stanza. Here we go. This last part better be good, or it's all for naught.
Big finish, dude.
Yeah, big finish. I've never had a big finish in my life, so.
That's what Christy said.
Oof. This is where it gets sad.
Don't make me cry.
The legend lives on from Chippewa Falls on down of the legend known as Odeline's. But take all the jobs just to save a damn dime. Screw you. Kiss our sweet Liney Heine.
Oh.
Thank you. Thank you. That's
The
done.
legend lives on from the
I missed my. I was off a verse.
We wouldn't have it any other way, dude.
Damn it, it's hard. Music is
Oh,
hard.
that was wonderful.
All right,
I loved it.
Send that out to our brothers and sisters at
Yeah.
Line of Kugels in Chippewa Falls.
Kyle said, "Put the political commercials back on."
That's funny. Hey, for the record, that's the funniest thing Kyle ever said. Screw you, Kyle.
Adam said that was beautiful, Dingler.
Write your own song, Kyle. See, this is why I quit. This is why I stopped trying to be funny, because you guys laugh at me. Not in a good laugh.
I thought it was great.
All right, anyways.
Me and Adam liked it.
All right, thanks, buddy.
Two of us.
I appreciate you. All right. What else going on? Anything crazy?
Oh, you want me to do a story? How am I supposed to follow that up?
That's
Jesus
that's
Christ.
music to my ears right there.
Man, I might as well go home. You know what? I think I will. I'll see you later.
Let's go. Let's go. Done and done.
Okay. I think I'm going to save this story for when we have longer to talk about it. I'm going to find something shorter here. Okay. 33-year-old guy in the UK got arrested for flashing a group of women on the street after they made fun of him and joked that he must have tiny junk. That's got to be the worst. And by you're flashing a group of broads and they just make fun of your wiener, like, and you know that's what they're gonna do right away. They're gonna be like, "Ew," and then he'd been drinking and tried to hit on them at the club. They say he tried to hug them, and they made it clear that they did not want to interact with him.
Yeah.
They ran into him again.
By the way, for the record, this happened to Brett Bielema a lot when he was in Madison. Is this on? Wow. I swear to God, Brett Bielema hit on my wife.
Really?
At The old Cheeseburger in Paradise out here in the Greenway Station. You remember that restaurant?
Yeah, I had never been there, but
So
yeah.
she was sitting there, and she was with a girlfriend, and I was not married to her at the time. This is, of course, back, and my wife's pretty hot, I have to admit, and she was sitting there with an equally hot, but not as hot friend. Yeah, and anyways, Brett, we're a competitive family. I'm sorry,
I know.
We're very competitive.
I know.
And Brett was sitting there with some goober at the bar and sent 2 drinks over. And Christy told me she took him over to the bar, sat him down, and said, "No thanks." And I'm like, "I've never loved you more."
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, big walrus Brett Bielema sitting at a bar.
Did they know who he was?
Yeah, she knew. Yeah, she knew. I mean, how do you not?
She was like, no Bert Bielema.
I mean, he was.
But wasn't she with that mustached fella at the time? Christy.
Oh, the mustache fella.
Yeah, with the cowboy hat.
Oh, that's a. We don't talk about that guy.
Yeah, but I think that was what was happening, right?
I don't know who the mustache guy is. Is he a famous country
Maybe
guy?
I just put a mustache with him because he wore a cowboy hat.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
My brain's not
I know
like
you're
that.
like making me nervous. Now I got to look out for the mustache guy. I'll quiz her on it today. Yeah, how do you feel about mustaches?
She's gonna be like, "Where is this all coming?"
Yeah, right. It's like God. So she long story short, she takes the drinks back.
Yeah.
And says, "No thanks."
Yeah.
And I thought that was funny for some reason because Brett was pretty. And not that there's nothing wrong with guys sitting on. It's a gesture.
Yeah.
It's nothing wrong with it. I think I've done it. I think we've all done it.
But he was out of his league.
He was notorious. Oh well, there you go. He was notorious for that.
Yeah.
I've heard many stories.
Yeah.
Some of them weren't. I will not air here.
Oh
because
yeah.
Some of them were not.
I've seen video.
Were not nice. You know.
I've seen video of inside where he lived.
He was a very entitled dude. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. I think it's weird.
And so is his wife.
That I'm just gonna say this because I'm to the point where I don't care.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think it's weird that really unattractive dudes will get a place where power and money, right?
Right.
And they think that because that.
Do you know who I am?
Right. And so, Bert Bielema at that time, who was 15 years older than Christy was, probably.
Oh, yeah, probably.
At least.
That's fair.
And probably 200 pounds on her. You know?
Well,
and
that's one leg.
Right. You know, and just this sloth of an individual thinks that he has any business being with someone like Christy. It's just infuriating. The audacity of it all is just.
I think it's just casting your line enough. But he's in a college town, and I don't think he was married at the time. So that's fair. I get it, but I also agree with what you're saying there because,
you still got to keep it in your wheelhouse, bro.
There you go. That's the formula right there. But whatever you gotta troll. Troll is going to troll,
right?
And I just think it's funny that some people would take the drink,
right,
and leave it at that, and that'd be the next thing you know they're over at the table. I just thought she had some.
And then what did he do? Just drink the 2 drinks and drive his sad ass home?
Slam the drinks. You're like, well, they're paid for.
Right.
Whatever. That's funny.
I don't know.
That's fun. No, he resent them to another table.
Right. He's all like, I'm going to try again,
all right,
but with 2 uglier broads.
Take these 2 over that. Listen, take these 2 drinks over that table of 5s, would you? Not the 10s. Take them over the 5s. That's amazing. That's really amazing.
All right.
So, anyways, that's crazy. That's our story. cheeseburger predator. What else were we talking about here?
All right. Well, I think that's the end. We're behind.
What was the story about again? I forget.
Oh, the flashing the junk. Did we get to the end? No, we didn't even get to the end.
What was this? What was the end? How did it work out?
Here we go. Anyway. Let me finish my story. Yeah. He'd been drinking them and hitting them at the club. He said, they said he tried to hug them, and they were like, no, we don't want nothing to do with you. Then they ran into him outside at a pizza place, and that's where the flashing happened. He told a judge they said his junk must be tiny and made hand gestures indicating how small it was. Small pee-pee. He pulled down his pants and briefly showed them what he was packing. So his argument is that he was like, they were accusing him of having a small wiener. He was like, no, check this out.
Yeah.
No official word on whether he proved them wrong or proved them right.
And it was even worse than they suspected.
Right. Yeah. They told a cop who arrested the guy and found a small amount of cocaine on him. Oh. So they charged him for indecent exposure and for drugs. He's going to be a registered sex offender for the next 5 years.
How do you think he fuels that small dick energy? Cocaine, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
Go ahead. Who's up for some pizza?
You can learn a lot listening to podcasts.
And only 3 countries in the world don't use the metric system?
Or you can listen to this one.
I can't remember where I went Friday. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. What did I do on Friday? I got to check my calendar.
If anybody saw me Friday, call.
The JJO Morning Show Podcast.
I literally have no idea where I was Friday.
Johnny and D, nowhere but JJO.
Now, it's hard being a parent anytime, but especially now, I feel like. Everybody's judging you. A mom in rural Georgia got arrested for letting her 10-year-old son walk into town alone.
Weird.
They live less than a mile away. I know. My kid was walking to school when God, how old was Avery walking to school?
It's hilarious.
7?
It's hilarious.
Her name is Brittany Patterson.
Hi, Brittany.
Hi. Oh, my God.
Hey, Brittany.
And her son's name is Soren.
Can I ride in your boat, Brittany? Guy.
He just turned 11 the other day. So, right, they have a farm outside the small town of Mineral Bluff near the Tennessee border. There are only a couple hundred people live there. Mm-hmm. So back on October 30th, Brittany took her other kid to a doctor's appointment and thought Soren was playing in the woods on their farm. But he decided to walk into town without telling anyone, as kids will do. A random woman saw him on the side of the road where the speed limit is only 35. She was like, hey, are you okay? And he was like, yeah. But she called the cops anyway.
Okay.
So Brittany got a call from police letting her know that they'd picked up her kid. They said, hey, he could have been hit by a car or kidnapped. But she's like, I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Right.
He's pretty mature. So she gave him a talking to at home and thought that was it. But later that night, the cops showed back up to arrest Brittany.
Later that night, when the lights went out of sight, came the wreck of that mother's misfortune.
They friggin' cuffed her in front of her 3 kids.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, that took a turn.
They charged her with reckless conduct and released her on $500 bail.
What?
Child Services came out the next day for a welfare check. They ended up suggesting that the charges might be dropped if she agreed to sign something that said another adult would be a safety person and keep an eye on Soren when she's not home. Yeah. She would also have to put an app on his phone to track his location. She refused everything, and she's like, I'm getting a lawyer. Screw all of you.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Where is this at again? I missed it.
Rural Georgia.
Yeah, okay.
A group called the National Association of Parents launched a GoFundMe to help with legal bills. If the state of Georgia decides to pursue the charges, Brittany could face a $1,000 fine and up to a year in jail.
What?
Isn't this insane? All because that one bitch didn't mind her own goddamn business.
Well, what if the lady took it back and said she didn't want to see anything happen to her? Would that?
It doesn't matter. It's too late.
Are
too
you
late.
serious?
Yep.
Wow. Wow. They would give my parents the death penalty for letting me do it. They would have hung my mom and dad in the front tree.
There's a goddamn feral child. Are you kidding me?
What?
Yeah. Isn't that insane?
I remember me and John Ford rode our bicycles with backpacks. We left on Friday after school. We went down to, there was this reservoir down near Columbus, Ohio, just north of Columbus, Ohio. So from Mansfield, we were 50 miles, well, to the campground, less than 40 miles. We went down there on our bikes.
Holy crap.
And spent a night. And we got there, and I remember the guy needed parental permission. So they called our parents from the campground and said, okay, go camp wherever you want. And we were there for 2 nights.
Oh, my God.
Maybe it wasn't as far as I remember. But it was just funny. It's like, oh, what? You're going to Columbus on your bikes? You got some Dinty Moore in your backpack? All right, see you Sunday. Don't forget, you got school.
Oh, my God.
And that was the end. No cell phone.
Yeah.
Just gone. What was the movie where they went and found the dead body? It reminded me.
Stand by Me.
Stand by Me. Mm-hmm. That's so crazy.
It's insane.
We had, I remember we lived out, we were probably 2 to 3 miles from town. We lived out in the country, but I remember a couple of my buddies that lived in our neighborhood always walked to school in the morning.
Totally.
They loved it.
And I mean, this kid, less than a mile from town.
Yeah.
He's walking into town. If he ain't walking in the middle of the road, what is the problem?
Well, I mean, her kid's so soft, they don't even know how to get home. I mean, is that...
No, the kid was fine.
Yeah.
He's done it before.
Age was what?
10, almost 11.
10 years old.
That's 5th grade.
I mean, there's a difference between rural Georgia and Chicago.
Right.
Or Milwaukee.
Right.
But...
I think it's pretty ridiculous.
Well, it just seems like you'd have to throw a lot of parents in jail for things like that, whether they're walking to school or somewhere else. I don't know. Kid have a ski mask on and a Kia?
No.
Oh, okay. Everything's probably all right.
Everything's fine. It just got crazy. I cannot believe they friggin' handcuffed her in front of her 3 kids.
Yeah, that's amazing. It got that far. What do we do now?
Well, and think about that kid, the guilt has right now.
If the kid was 5, I would get it.
Right.
But I mean, if, did the kid not have a bicycle or what?
He's fine. He's
an outdoorsman.
He's just right. She thought he was playing in the woods by their house. So clearly this kid goes outside and screws around a bunch.
Right.
Which is what I was doing at that age too.
I think walking to town at age 10 is fair.
I think that's fine.
A mile. I think that's fair.
Totally. I hope so, because my kid was walking into school at that age.
Yeah.
Granted, there were a bunch of other kids walking too, but whatever.
What was the charge again?
Okay, so, it doesn't say what the charges were, but they ended up suggesting the charges might be dropped if she agreed to sign something that said another adult would be a safety person and keep an eye on Soren when she's not home. She'd also put an app on his phone to track his location. If the state of Georgia decides to pursue the charges, she could face a $1,000 fine and up to a year in jail.
Well, get a lawyer and find out what law you broke. And
reckless conduct.
I would sue somebody's ass off.
Yeah, I mean,
I would sue everybody.
I don't think there's any way that they're going to charge her.
And then she should run for sheriff and
she'll probably get it.
Put that dude out of business.
That's absolutely crazy to me. I can't believe a lawyer wouldn't pick that up pro bono. First of all, you're going to get so much friggin' press for that.
Too bad Nicolay Law is only local.
That's right, dude.
Local here to serve you, 1-855 Nicolay.
Because you could run that. You could get on all the nationals. You'd have so much exposure for your law firm.
Let me see what the parents have to say. All right, who's right or wrong? You decide here.
Isn't that like a passage to get arrested in front of your kids?
No, dude.
No, that runs in our family. I mean, it's just a normal thing.
The time they hauled mom off to jail for Christmas. Yes. What a bedtime story. All right. Hi, how's it going? Who do you side with?
Yeah, I side with the mom, man. That's a crazy story. What, like you said, our parents would be going to jail. They kicked us out of the house, locked the house, and said when the streetlights come on, make sure you're in the yard.
Yeah,
it's true. Dinner, or you don't eat, or whatever. You're making your own dinner, whatever. You're gonna have.
And the flip side of that is, as parents, we can't, or as society, we can't have it both ways.
What?
You're telling our kids, get off the TVs, get off your phones, go outside, do something. A kid went outside and did something, and now he's getting in trouble for it.
Right, exactly.
Well, I would make sure that you tell the police they have to prove the kid was in danger. That's the first thing the lawyer is going to say to who's ever they're suing.
Right.
Prove that
in a mile. I mean,
yes.
At 10 years old, almost 11.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm in a rural area. Come on now.
Yeah, it's a stretch for me, dude.
Well, go after the abusive parents and that have a track record. I would not start a file on this lady.
Right.
Overreach, governmental overreach.
Oh my God!
We are the government. Your children are ours.
Yeah.
Weird.
Terrible.
Whose side you on?
Hey, what is passage for a parent is getting an OWI, having your daughter drive 2 hours home so she could chew your backside out.
Ah. Yeah.
But the 11-year-old, if they're okay with the neighborhood and the area, so what?
Well, right. I mean, maybe everybody knows each other. In rural, I don't know how rural is. God, that's a weird word to say. Say it 3 times fast.
Rural.
You cannot do it. Say rural 3 times fast, caller. Try it.
Oh, boy. Rural.
Whatever. What are you, a genius? Whatever.
No, I just hit my head a lot. That helped.
No. With a hammer? Oh, good for you. You know what just popped into my head? When I hear rural, I don't know why. I was just started thinking about Lone Rock.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about a kid walking a mile in Lone Rock.
Right.
Where everybody kind of knows each other and it's just spread out and everything's fine.
Right.
Yeah. Have a good day.
You too.
I don't know.
Right, that's what I was thinking of too. Was out there in the boonies out there, where it'd be like, hey, whatever.
Doesn't it sound like Lone Rock? Sounds like what Georgia looks like,
right?
In rural Georgia.
Yeah.
Devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a kid to steal, but mom was way behind, and she was in a bind, and she had to give up some of that little dude.
No, barrel.
Bad rhyme.
Yeah, like just going into town to the Shell station,
Right. That's the Shell in Lone Rock. Hey, that new bridge is done in Lone Rock.
Is it?
Have you been out there?
No.
It's cool, dude.
Well, I was out there.
No,
we went to Blue River, but
they were just. When was I there? They were just finishing it up, but I'm sure it's done. Yeah, they kind of rerouted.
Yeah.
Off the old bridge there. Yeah, it looks good.
Well, I'm gonna have to go take a little test drive.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna give me a little piece of that old bridge.
It just seems like Brittany here is not the enemy. I feel like, you know what I mean? Like, for Christ's sake. And I'd be shocked if these charges stick. But what a nightmare for her.
I don't understand what you can prove. I mean, at this point, was the kid intimidating somebody? Was he acting in an unlawful? Yeah. What do you have nothing.
Right. The speed limit on the road is 25 in some places and 35 in others. So it's completely appropriate for that child to be walking there.
Yeah, that is an over response. That's a crazy one. All right, I got to wrap it up, hello.
About the topic on the radio right now.
Yes, yes.
So I kind of want to keep this anonymous, but my son was beaten and tortured by his mother, and they're still fighting. I still have to fight for full custody.
Oh,
so
wow.
This lady for this lady to have to go through anything is nuts.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. There's probably a lot of cases that the wrong parents got the kid, for sure.
Right.
That sucks, dude.
Like I said, it's life, and we're still fighting for him.
Yeah.
So it's one of those fun times. And I hear this, and I'm just like, this is what makes me sick about the judicial system.
100%.
Well, good luck, man. Hang in there.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right.
You guys have a good day.
You too, man.
Yeah, there you take care of what you got to take care of.
Yeah. She said, to Patterson, none of this made sense. She'd grown up in an area with plenty of unsupervised time to wander and play and was raising her kids that way, too. Yeah, the free range. 100%. There ain't nothing. That child was fine. This is just...
Well, what it tells me that in a rural area where the cops ain't got much to do either.
Right.
If this is the highlight of their week. Hi, how's it going? Hello.
What happened to latchkey kids? How is that not a thing?
Right.
You know, there's a whole generation of kids that walked around by themselves.
Right.
Matter, city buses by themselves. Here's a bus pass. Jump on the bus. Go catch it. Make sure you get off in the right spot.
100%.
I wonder.
This is ridiculous.
I wonder if that's a conservative area. Real
It's Georgia.
Real,
Come on.
Exactly.
real
Thank you.
Come on.
Hey. All right. Thanks.
Yeah.
All right, who do you side with her?
Hey.
JJO, hello. I was trying to think when my sister was babysitting. She was like 8.
Yeah, I was babysitting when I was 11.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, as if this case could not get weirder, DCFS just mailed Soren a birthday card signed by the case manager.
What the? What frickin' Twilight Zone, dude?
The JJO Morning Show podcast with Johnny and D. Listen, rate, subscribe. Catch a new show every Monday through Friday, 6 till 10 a.m. on 94.1 JJO or streaming anywhere in the JJO app. Johnny and D, nowhere but JJO.